I have worked in the past. I've worked for companies that were very guarded with sharing information, and I always questioned why. We're in the food and drink
Right.
business. We're not solving world peace here, and we're in the entertainment business when it really gets down to it. And so, why would we be so guarded? What are we worried is going to get out there? If you believe in your competitive advantage, people can't come after you. They can't replicate your DNA that separated you since the day you opened your doors. In this case, what Patrick created 15 years ago. And so I always look at it as I would prefer to take the risk of oversharing information so everybody in the company knows exactly where we're going, how we're getting there, and why is that the direction we're headed.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
And knowing that information may travel outside the company, but to me, again, it comes back to we believe in what we're doing, and we believe more wholly in the idea that we don't think anyone can copy us.
It's funny you mentioned this idea of people, specifically in the restaurant industry, being so guarded with their information because they think that it's the way they do things and how they do things that really makes them successful. But at the end of the day, it's all about execution. I mean, people can know exactly how you do everything, but are they going to be able to execute it with the same passion that you do, with the same transparency and nearness to your heart that you do?
Exactly.
And I'm actually super excited that people are less guarded with their information because it makes my job much easier when I can just show up and ask for the information, right? And I'm sure we're going to get some of that good stuff that you're going to share with us today. But what were you thinking when I shared that?
It's interesting. I thought about when I went to Larkburger, and one of the great things that happened when I went up to Denver to take that role was it only reaffirmed that idea of open communication and sharing in my mind when I went up there, because it blew my mind how many CEOs of other restaurant companies in the Denver area were gracious enough to reach out to me, welcome me to the community, but also spark a friendship, and a friendship in which we would all get together on occasion and just share ideas, share struggles, share solutions, even though some of us were direct competitors, some of us were indirect competitors, but at the same time, we were all chasing something a little different, right? And our brands all represented something a little different to the consumer. So to me, that's why I always felt like that was a safe place, no matter what.
And there's strength in numbers. And
Absolutely.
I think that it's lonely at the top, but you don't have to be at the top if you're willing to get out there and talk to other leaders at the top, right? You can come together. I think a lot of people, when they're new to the industry, they look at these people who come together and they think to themselves, well, that's a clique. And I don't know what it takes to be a part of that clique, but I'm not a part of the clique, and unless you're part of the clique, you're not going to be. It's all BS. Because
it is.
All you got to do is ask. All you got to do is reach out, and you'd be surprised at how willing those people are to let you in, because that's kind of how it all started in the first place, by letting people in. Right?
Yep. And there's something that happens too as you sort of age and mature professionally, where over time you don't quite know where it happens, but at least for me personally, you hit a point where you sort of drop all the bravado and ego.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting, and it's quite frankly not very fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And you start being more of an open book, and being more receptive to just, hey, let's exchange ideas. Let's learn from each other.
I love it.